sitting here for 2 weeks now, trying to finish writing this story about this woman who, in spite of having impeccable vision, one day goes blind by willing it herself. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't see the whole story. Or perhaps I simply couldn't commit to it. The premise itself is fascinating enough. You know, I was drawn to the grand metaphor and the wide scope of the subject matter. I collected stacks of fascinating material, and yet every time I would try to finish the story off, to round it all up, give it some final detail, it was like the light would suddenly go out and I would be lost in the darkness. In the darkness of this labyrinth I myself created. So, how is it possible to lose oneself in one's own creation? Perhaps I forgot to put eyes into the story. Well, joking aside, I will recount you some scenes here. I decided that my character would either deny having eyes or deny the ability to see. For instance, I decided she would always have her eyes closed when crossing roads, a bit of a gambler character. Well, she played her role rather well, and even with flair. At first, she would run across the road, but later, with each subsequent crossing, she would be gaining confidence and gradually reducing speed. It was intended and agreed that she would one day eventually come to a full stop in the middle of the road, and therefore finish her story. Oh, as a sort of a side narrative, a side story, I got the character to look at her past, to remember it, to recollect the time when she had a serious eye infection. You see, it was me who trapped a fruit fly behind her eyeball. But she didn't lose her sight, though. The infection caused her vision to go all mosaic, kaleidoscopic-like, you see. I wanted to give it some colour, create this dizzying effect in the story, with different fragments moving around, overlapping, coming in and out of focus, as to disorientate you. The effect, by the way, was modelled on the fly's compound vision. I also endowed my protagonist with a few blind spots in her vision, so she had a chance to complete the picture herself. So, my character was supposed to be training her nerves when she was crossing the road that day, as many times before, with her eyes closed. And you know what she did? You know what she really did to me? She had one up on me, she did, on the last page of my narrative. Well, she stops and stands there as agreed, eyes closed, right there in the middle of the road. She now hears the loud horn of a truck coming towards her. She opens her eyes to the frightful sight of her impending destiny, and elevates herself from the scene by propelling her arms in the air. Just imagine that!